The easing of local restrictions means that we can now cruise again, so we've set sail on Florence to explore the beautiful tropical islands that have surrounded us for the last 4 months.
In the last 4 years since leaving England, we have crossed 2 oceans and sailed over halfway around the world.
Our circumnavigation of the world is on pause in Indonesia, on the edge of the Indian Ocean, as we wait out the global pandemic. After 4 months of lockdown, only able to go ashore on our isolated island, the restrictions have been eased. Now we are allowed to explore the local area. After so long in one place, it feels incredible to be sailing again.
We're just sailing up to the town of Theuer from our main anchorage. And we've been waiting about a week for this wind to fill in, but now it's here. We've got an absolutely gorgeous day for sailing. It was a bit of a wet start, but now we've got the spinnaker up. And it's so beautiful out here that although we're doing about 6 knots, I kind of want to slow down and make the journey last a bit longer. Funny how we feel about distance has really changed over the last couple of months, because 17 miles just used to be a half a day sail and nothing really major, and now this is the most sailing that we're getting, and it just feels like such a sense of freedom to move that small distance from anchorage to anchorage. We're pretty much bang smack on the equator, so the wind today isn't just a nice relief in that we get to go sailing, but it's also making the air a bit cooler, which is very, very welcome.
I love being able to sail Florence to her full potential, put the spinnaker up and sail along at 6 knots. It's a gorgeous day for it. It's actually been a change to the rules for Indonesian lockdown here. And we've been told that we actually have permission to go ashore in the village of Theuer, which is where we normally anchor off to use the internet and upload these videos. So for the first time we're heading up there to go and check out what it's like ashore. There's a couple of big rain squalls on the horizon, so we've just got to keep our eyes peeled because we do not want to get caught out under one of those with the spinnaker up. But hopefully they'll stay clear of us.
That rain cloud did change the wind direction to come more from behind Florence. That meant that the mainsail was blocking the wind from getting to the spinnaker. So we put the spinnaker pole up to bring the spinnaker around out of the wind shadow of the mainsail, allowing it to catch more wind and keep us moving in the light breezes. through the gap in the reef, and the winds, because we've had to bear away, now coming from dead astern and gone really light. So we've got the Genoa pulled out and we're just drifting in to Tello, but looks like we're going to be able to sail all the way, which is really nice. There's still some current with us, so although there isn't much wind, we're still moving along nicely, just drifting in. Now things are starting to ease up. I'd love to try this little anchorage, day anchorage, just here off this lovely sand spit. And hopefully when we get a new surfboard, there's supposed to be a beginner break just around the corner as well. What do you think to trying that day anchorage on the way back?
Yeah, it looks beautiful. I'm not sure where the beginner surf break is though.
It's supposed to be just around the corner. But the waves look pretty big to me.
Some big waves over there, they don't look very beginnerish.
Back to the sounds of civilization.
Yep. It's good. It means adventure.
Motorbikes and mosques. Sounds of Indonesia. It feels great to be sitting here at anchor, close to the town, soaking up the sights and sounds of island life.
Tomorrow we will venture ashore and meet new people for the first time in 4 months. So this is the town of Tello. It is the first time that we've come ashore in 4 months. Well, come ashore where there are other people. We've been in our isolate anchorage, just going to the beach and seeing the other yachties. We've actually come up and anchored it off of this town because this is where we come so we get a good enough internet signal to upload these videos so that you can all watch them. But we haven't been allowed to come ashore, understandably. Those restrictions have now eased slightly and we're able to come ashore, and just being amongst these amazing, friendly people has lifted our spirits so much. We feel like we've got a new sense of adventure again. It's just such a change in feeling to be able to come ashore and walk around and be welcomed with friendly smiles.
Yes, the people of Tello are absolutely beautiful. It's so nice to be able to smile at a stranger and get such a warm, genuine smile back. It's got a really accepting, laid-back feel to the island. It's really nice. We've come up to the church that we can see from our anchorage, and it's just so nice to be ashore somewhere new. Up here we've also got a great view of where we're anchored. It's really nice to be able to walk up a small hill like this and be able to see our home so clearly amongst everybody else's homes. It's one of the things that I love about travelling by boat. There are actually three main religions here on the island. There's Christianity, Islam, and also Chinese Buddhist.
It's the first time in 4 months that we've been able to choose our own vegetables in the shop ourselves.
Just across the road. Great, thank you.
Cool. That is a lot easier than doing our own washing in the dinghy, putting it in the laundrette. We know by now from our experience in Indonesia that the best way to get around is to just rent a bike. They're so cheap and it's the easiest way to get around, much better than using our folding bikes in this heat.
Once you get out of the town, the rest of the road around the island is like this, just surrounded by palm trees and jungle and the occasional little village. It's an absolutely stunning road.
Over a hill in the middle of the island, and we just popped out on the other side. This beautiful beach, which of course is where you get your building supplies from if you need sand, and some fantastic waves just rolling in this side. It's so different, it's great.
The villages here are laid out completely differently to what we've seen throughout the rest of Indonesia, and I'd seen as we were coming through the islands a couple of them on the satellite images, but it seems that the houses are all based around a central square, and that each village, from what I understand, is a clan. As a bonus, when we returned the scooter, there was no charge, as Mr. Liang had given it to us for free for the day.
We've had a fantastic few days exploring Tello, but the lure of that sandspit anchorage we saw on the way here was growing stronger. So we lifted the anchor and sailed down to explore yet another new place. We've been up and down past this island several times now on our way between our isolated anchorage and the town where we can anchor and get a phone signal. But this is the first time we've actually been able to stop and come ashore. We're only about 3.5 miles down from the town of Tello, but this place is completely different.
Feels really nice to be on a different beach for a change, and the sand here is beautifully white. The water is stunningly clear, doesn't really get much better than this.
It's nice to be exploring again. Feels like we're kind of back cruising, even though we can only visit a few islands around here.
This island is normally visited by surfers, and they either stay in the bungalows at the north end of the island or the surf resort in the south end of the island. But at the moment, both of those are closed and they're not allowed any visitors. So we're really lucky to be able to come here.
Everybody we've met here so far on the island has been really friendly. Because they're used to running the homestays and the resort, a lot of them speak really good English, which is great because it's easy for us to communicate, but they've been really welcoming. We have asked around to see if we can find a replacement surfboard so we can try a bit of surfing, but unfortunately all the ones that are here are expert boards. They are tiny and there's no way I will be able to stand up on one of them.
I think we're also not good enough for the wave that's here yet.
Oh yeah, the small wave still looks very scary. Apparently there are beginner waves you can learn on, a couple of them around, but as I say, we need a beginner board first. Just a nice cool dip in the water as the sun goes down, and tonight we've got Thai green curry with a mahi-mahi that the local fisherman sold us. 10, 20, 30...
That's 50?
30, 40, 50.
Something to memories.
Is it good?
It's really good.
Spicy?
Try the fish. Spicy, yeah. Good and spicy. Oh, the fish is perfectly cooked. Well done, Amy. Thank you very much. Next time, we continue to sail and explore this stunning Telos island group.
We'd like to thank everybody who supports the making of these videos, especially our star patrons.
Your support makes a huge difference to our ability to share these videos. If you'd like to join the crew and support us on Patreon, please follow the link above.
We post a new video every other week, so if you want to catch the next one, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell.
And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the video to get noticed by the YouTube algorithm and get shown to more people.